Let's get to the bottom of what's going on in the world today. Expert opinions, fresh voices. And we're not just going to be talking about movies either. The right information, right when you need it. Why wait?
It's the knockout, all the blood, sweat, and tears. The hard work we've been putting in for years. It's the knockout, and the time has finally come to shut them down and show them we number one. It's the knockout, all the blood, sweat, and tears. The hard work we've been putting in for years. It's the knockout, and the time has finally come to shut them down and show them we number one.
It's On Cinema On Demand. Hi, everybody. Welcome to a new season of On Cinema On Demand. Of course, you're watching us right now on the High Network, or you're listening to us on the podcast app of your choice. That's right. We are the original pioneers of podcasts. On Cinema, way back when, started as a podcast, and now we've kind of come full circle, offering not only the TV version, On Cinema On Demand, where you can watch our program any time of day or night. Now you can listen to it as well on any podcast app you've got. So welcome, my name is T. Amato, and we are back here, the High Network Studios, to talk about movies. For now, I want to introduce our guests, our friends here at the panel.
Hey, guys.
Sorry, we're not there yet. I'm going to, first of all, introduce Kaylee Amato in the Hollywood Spotlight Central headquarters over there. Kaylee, how you doing? Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you too, Tim.
Kaylee, what'd you do? Did you go watch the ball drop?
No, we just had a little family get together. It was nice.
Great to have you with us. We're going to get some Hollywood info from you later in the show. And to my left here, my brother.
What's up?
My dude, my man at coworker and friend, Joey Patricelli from the Amato Group. Joey, good to have you with us.
It's good to be here.
In high school, you were Joey Patron, fucking tequila guy.
Yeah, a long time
in
ago.
high school,
Yeah.
But you're not that guy anymore.
No, just Joey.
Joey P.
Joey P, yeah.
Joey's here to talk movies, and I don't know anybody that knows more about movies than you
do. Thanks.
You do know somebody.
And I'll just say this, one of the reasons you're here is I will be looking to you today to provide, I guess, my reviews. You'll be acting in my proxy today and throughout the show because I suffer from a very serious condition. I know you know this, but I don't know if the audience does, but a DRCS. And we're still learning a lot about it, dissociative reality confusion syndrome. When I watch films, I have the distinct feeling that I am experiencing what I'm seeing. So, for example, I was watching, over the summer, watching Little Mermaid or something like that. I'm telling you, it was the most horrifying experience of my life. I felt as if I was drowning.
Sounds like a good movie then. A realistic movie draws you in.
Not like this. And I have not called on you to speak. Okay? So Joey's going to be here to provide his take on the movies of the week. I want to thank my father, G. Amato, who pulled me out of the depths of hell last March as I suffered a total mental, physical catastrophe, I like to call it, and was rebuilt from scratch over the past several months, thanks to Mr. Amato, Dad, and the entire Amato group for bringing me in and giving me the opportunity of a lifetime to change my life. A little embarrassing. I did have an issue with vanity, I suppose. About 5 years ago, I started dyeing my hair using over-the-counter hair dye that you find at CVS or Walgreens, and face dye, beard dye. It was definitely not good for me. Definitely not good. The chemicals we know seep into your bloodstream, affect your personality, affect your health. So one of the things this year you'll see I'm starting to gray. I'm getting to that age, and nothing I'm ashamed of, but just want to acknowledge it. I'm also getting 10 hours of direct sunlight a day, which completely curbs most of my appetite through the day. So my eating's gone down to basically, well, we'll get into that later, but it's all part of my high diet that I'm really excited to share with you later in the show. But I want to introduce my other guest here. Dad told me that one of the conditions of doing On Cinema On Demand this season was to have this guest, although I strongly objected to it because I think we've heard enough from him. But he thought that there was something about
expertise is what he saw and what the audience sees, and
Well, Father knows best, and let me just welcome to the show Greg Turkington here with us to provide counterpoint.
Hey guys, welcome to our show where we review movies and also discuss what we call popcorn classics. And these are movies that you may have overlooked, but you won't overlook them after you see them for the first time. They're movies that are worth watching again and again and again.
Greg, how are your holidays? Do you have a good holiday?
My Wonka days were fantastic. This is actually, as I predicted on the show 2 years ago, this is the year that a new Wonka movie came out. And they call it Wonka. I call it Wonka 1 because not only is it the prequel to everything that happened in the Wonka universe, but if you think about it, the original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory was, in a sense, really a TV movie, or got reclassified as a TV movie because most people saw it for the first time on TV. The second Wonka movie, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, doesn't even have the word Wonka in the title. So it's sort of an unofficial Wonka movie, which leaves us with Wonka 3, as it's unofficially known, but as it should officially be known, Wonka 1, because this is, in a sense, the first Wonka movie. And I love it. And I've actually seen
All
it.
right, let's get...
Have you heard of the
sorry to
12 Days
interrupt.
of Christmas? 12 Days of Wonka.
Let's
I've watched
get into
this
the
Wonka
movies
movie
this week if you want to get
12
into the
days
movies.
in a row.
Do you want to talk about the movies or do you want to
talking
blabber on
about
about Willy Wonka? I'm asking you a
Which
question.
is a movie. And I've watched
You don't
it
want to talk
12
about Night
times
Swim?
over the holiday season, and I recommend that to the viewers as well, which is pretty cool.
All right, well, let's get into the movies coming out this week. We have Night Swim, directed by starring Wyatt Russell, Kerry Condon, Amelie Hoferfern, Gavin Warren, directed by Bryce McGuire. This is about an atomic monster who dives into the deep end of horror.
It's kind of like, if you remember a movie from the 1950s called Creature from the Black Lagoon. Imagine that, but transported into somebody's home swimming pool. So elements of the Amityville horror, as well as Creature from the Black Lagoon, sort of all tied up into one really excellent horror movie that I think everyone should see. And I do hope that we get a sequel on this one, because I feel like there's a few elements to this that weren't completely wrapped up. So I'm going to give it 5 bags of popcorn, and I'm going to throw in one of those pool cleaning tools that you use to get leaves and things out. In this case, it might be to get human skulls out of the pool, because it's a lot of really horrific things happen in this truly excellent movie.
All right, that's Greg's take. Now it's time for Joey's take. Take it away, Joey.
So, Night Swim. This is a good horror movie. If you were scared of swimming at night before you saw this movie, you're gonna be really scared about swimming at night after seeing it. It's got some really good acting in it. It's got Kurt Russell's son in it. It's pretty scary. This is the type of movie that if you're into horror movies and if you like a good scare, this is a good movie for you. It could also be a date movie if you're with a girl that isn't too scared of movies like this. All in all, it's a solid movie. I think I would give it 3 stars.
All right, fascinating.
Yeah.
What was the take?
We're cutting, we pre-shot his review. It's a package called Joey's Take. So we're going to move on to...
We should shoot mine beforehand, too, so that I can hear what he's saying, so that we can discuss the movie.
We're not doing that because we're not interested in having a debate. We're interested in getting 2 different opinions on the same movie.
We might have the same opinion about the movie.
Then that's
but
how
then
it
we
goes.
should
Then that's
talk
what makes
about
that makes it a stronger
Well,
film.
how many bags of popcorn did you give the movie?
We're not doing popcorn. We're doing stars.
Well,
by
we
the way.
are
So
doing
make the change.
popcorn because
No,
when
we're
I
doing.
gave my popcorn rating, the popcorns came up on the screen.
We're not doing
So,
that. No, you're not in charge of the graphics or the edit of this program.
Just out of curiosity, how many bags of popcorn? Unofficially.
You're not asking
how many-
questions here. Your role on the show is not to ask questions. Your role on the show is to provide an opinion about said movie and other movie-related topics. Would
How
you
many
let him
bags of
speak?
popcorn
Well, that's-
would you
that's-
give this
Hold on.
Amityville horror movie?
Go ahead.
It's out of how many, what's the...
5 bags of
five.
popcorn
That's
is the top rating. That's for the best movies.
So
0 bags of popcorn is for the
He
worst.
thought, well, Night Swim is a 5 bag.
You get
yeah.
Night Swim the top rating
Yeah.
on yours? So I would say it was a 3-star movie.
Go say 3 bags. Who gives a shit, right? 3 bags, stars,
Yeah, I mean,
whatever.
well, I don't know how to do the math. but
3
it's
stars
like-
out of 5 stars?
You're
would
right.
be-
So
would
no,
be-
it'd be three stars out of 4 stars. So that's what, 75%?
Something like that,
So it'd be 75% of,
So 3.75 bags of popcorn?
if that, yeah. I mean,
Well,
if
you
that-
may as
if
well
that's how
top it
math
up to
works.
4 bags.
Greg, we're moving on. We're talking about Weak Layers, starring Katie Burrell, Jada Wong, Chelsea Cornwhite, Evan Jongjik, and Katie Burrell. Directed by Katie Burrell. Synopsis: After getting evicted, three party-loving best friends set out to win a ski movie competition. Prize money covers their rent, but they'll have to beat out professional skiers and filmmakers. What did you think of Weak Layers, Greg?
I loved it because this is the rare movie that's actually about movies, about making movies. When I saw the poster, I said, this is about skiing. That doesn't interest me, although I would give it a chance. But it actually is more a movie about making movies because they're making a movie about skiing. So it's more in line with something like The Aviator or Mank, one of these great movies about the history of motion picture cinema. Although I do wonder, if you guys are making a movie about making movies, you should know that a running time of 99 minutes is unacceptable. Round it up to a full 100 minutes, especially when you had all the skiing footage that they could have used as filler. There's no reason to ever have a 99-minute movie. 100 minutes is the minimum recommended running time.
All right, now it's time for Joey's
5 bags of popcorn.
Now it's time for
And also,
Joey's
I'm gonna
take.
throw in
Now
an
it's time.
ice cube because it takes place in the winter.
Now it's time for Joey's take. Take it away, Joey.
And we're talking Weak Layers. This is a fun, outlandish, raunchy comedy. It takes place on a ski resort, so there's a lot of skiing involved, and they actually make a movie within the movie. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Bridesmaids, where there's a lot of crazy, wild girls acting raunchy, kind of getting crazy. It's a little woke at times, which can get a little annoying, but that's kind of par for the course these days, right? All in all, it's a good comedy. It's not the most memorable film I've ever seen, but I'd give it a solid 2.5 stars, especially if you like raunchy comedies. You're gonna like this one.
All right. Awesome.
What was your
And
take?
we're going to move things along right now. Kaylee, unfortunately, because of all this nonsense here, we've run out of time. We're going to get to one of your Hollywood spotlights next week, I'm sure.
Oh.
I want
Okay.
everybody to join us, like and subscribe on the podcast app of their choice.
Or
We're gonna
dislike and subscribe because I dislike this guy not giving his reviews.
Well,
or
we
his
could talk.
ratings.
We could talk about that more right now because we want everybody to stick around. We encourage you to go hop on over and check out our other new show, On Cinema On Demand Encore, which starts right now. So here's my point of view. The whole reason that the two of you are here is because I know instinctually that you'll have different opinions. Doesn't matter. You know what his is. Now, so what? He knows what yours is. It's not affecting the way he thinks, and you shouldn't be affected by the way he thinks.
Why are we even here together in one room? Why don't you just film yourself in a room, him in a room, me in a room, and then put it all together in the editing?
We're good.
Why even
We're
have
good.
why
Yeah,
even have
we're
a
good.
conversation?
We're good.
Cool. All right.